Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! My fan was turned around. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available 2018, the album Dad AF. Alright, let's get right into this video. You know, this is really kind of a funny video for me to make over here. I don't ever make videos like this. Number one, because I have never met another YouTuber, true story, in real life, I have never met another YouTuber until today. They were kind of shocked too when I told them that. They're like, you have never met another, I'm like, no, I don't live in LA. I've never met another YouTuber. So, if you follow me on Twitter, or you follow me on Instagram, you know that today I got to hang out with Shane Dawson and his crew, and it was surreal and unbelievable, and at the same time, just very normal and very just totally down to earth and cool. The last thing I said to him when we were walking away, I was like, do you care if I make a video about this? He was like, no, not at all. Make a video about it. So I knew people would want to know kind of like how it all happened and what it was about. And maybe you don't, then skip this video, you know. But if you've watched my videos for a long time, you know I am like a die-hard Shane Dawson fan. I adore him. I think he is a creative genius. I think that even more so now, sitting with him and kind of watching his process and how it all goes down. And, you know, the whole thing was just like, I don't know, like, it's weird because they made the moment very special for me. I'll explain it to you. Like, they thought it out, and it was just, I don't know, it just... So today was my anniversary, my wedding. I'm filming this late at night, and this is my 10-year anniversary with my husband being together, my 7-year wedding anniversary, and we actually met, my husband and I met with them at 6:30, which is the time that we got married 7 years ago in this casino hotel. So the hotel, we got married up in the hotel. So the bar that we like met in here, which is called the Bond Bar, it's like the Bond in the Cosmopolitan Hotel, is like where we like hung out that year that we got married. So it was surreal, you know. But anyway, so this is what happened. So Shane was here for Ryland's sister's 21st birthday, Morgan. So I love Morgan. I'm like a huge fan of Morgan. I was like, I told Ryland, I said, tell your sister I am a huge fan of her. So anyway, and so, like, I knew they were in Vegas, and because everybody was tweeting out, Peter and Shane, meet up, Peter and Shane, meet up, do a collab, blah, 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 whatever. There's gonna be no collab. It was enough for me just to meet him and have such a great time. So, we took some really funny pictures, and I'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, so, I was like, my husband was like, why don't you just reach out to him and be like, hey, you wanna meet up? And I was like, no, like, you guys, if you watch my other videos, you know I have like severe social anxiety, which like YouTube has helped so much with, but like I have a hard time still like reaching out to people and being like, hey, I'd really like to meet you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just weird about that. So anyway, so like 2 days ago, I got, Shane and I have direct messaged each other a lot in the past, and I got a direct message from him, and he was like, hey, how long are you guys in Vegas for? And I was like, till Monday, and I gave him my number, and I was like, if you want to meet up, like, we're here, whatever. And he was like, yeah, we're hanging out with Ryland's sister for her birthday, but, you know, like, Saturday, I like want to kind of like break away for a little bit, and like you know, I would love for us to come meet you, and blah, blah, blah. I really want to, you know, like, let's hang out, like, you know, want to meet you while you're here and all this kind of stuff. So, that was kind of that. And then today, I like was sitting by the pool. Do you see how burnt I am? I have gotten so burnt, like, since I've been here. So anyway, I love being at the pool all day. I just be at the pool all day long drinking Diet Cokes. So anyway, you know you are from the Midwest when all you do is sit by the pool and drink Diet Cokes. But anyway, and we didn't really have a lot of plans tonight. So, Shane had texted me and he was like, what's your plans? And I said, well, we're gonna go to dinner later, and then we're gonna go see a DJ at a club, but other than that, we're not really doing anything. And he was like, well, can you meet, you know, this afternoon? I was like, yeah, absolutely, anytime after 5. And so he was like, okay, how about 6:30? I was like, yeah, that'd be great, let's meet at 6:30. Well, you know, like, hey, you, me, cool? Yeah, like, we've been friends for 20 years, you know? Shane fucking Dawson! I'm like sitting there like, oh my God, you know? Like, I mean, it's weird because like we're all just human beings, but at the same time, like I've said this in my videos a million times, like if I met Shane Dawson, I'd fight a million faints. Well, I didn't faint at all. I wasn't nervous. It seemed completely normal. And he actually texted me before because I said I'm nervous about meeting you, and he goes, don't be, I feel like we've known each other forever. And it does feel very much like that because I've watched his videos. I know he's watched mine. We talk sometimes. So anyway, so Alex and I go down there. We're there like 5 minutes early, and we're sitting there. And we have like this big couch area that we're sitting in. And I didn't know like when they were gonna get there or whatever, and all of a sudden I look over and I see Ryland, and he's like, Ryland's like looking for me, and so like raised my hand and I stood up. Okay, so it's Ryland, Shane, Garrett, and Andrew, okay? And they walk up, and they all have fans. Okay, this is Shane's fan that he broke, okay? Do you see it says Las Vegas on it? So this was Shane's fan he broke. They all walk up, and like, they're 5 feet away from me, and they stop, and they go, peace! It was literally, I hate the word iconic, but it was iconic. It was like, so amazing. I was like, oh my God. You guys, like, it was like they thought it out. It was so cool. And, you know, then they all gave me a hug. They all gave my husband a hug. They were all so fantastic. Garrett Watts is literally like 8 feet tall. He is so tall, okay? So, I'm not gonna get into all the specifics about everything we talked about. He was awesome. Shane asked me like a million questions about myself. He asked me a lot about the drama channels. He asked me about myself. He didn't really know anything about that world, so he was asking about all that, you know. He asked how Alex and I met. We talked about how he and Ryland met. We talked to, you know, Andrew about where Andrew was from. We were trying to find Garrett a boyfriend. You know, it just was funny. It was like the whole thing was fun. It was funny. And Alex was like sitting there, and we like left, and Alex is like, I have 10 girls I could hook Andrew up with. He's like, he's adorable. He is. Andrew, oh my God. Okay, so in person, first of all, let me just tell you this, okay? Shane Dawson can shut his mouth about how fat he is, because Shane Dawson in person is not heavy at all. He is thin, like normal, okay? Like not heavy at all. And adorable in his face. Like, he is so cute. Like, he looks exactly like he does on camera, but like, he's so adorable, right? And so personable and humble. Like, they were all of them. I don't know what I thought. Like, you know when you see videos and they kind of like always go to those voices and play those characters? A little bit I thought it would be that, and it wasn't. They were so like down to earth. Ryland is like very smart, very intelligent. And that, I don't know that that necessarily surprises me, but just like as we were talking about things, YouTube, stuff like that, you know, his perception of things, I thought, like, he's somebody that I could just sit with one-on-one and talk to, you know, like, he was very, very interesting. Shane, you can tell, is just constantly creative juices flowing. Like, he is always thinking, like, always thinking. And Garrett is, very much like me. Like, he is so ADHD. He was like getting coffee, talking on the phone, coming back, getting here. It was so hilarious. He's like the guy, like, I totally understand their friendship now. He's super, super like lovable, like instantly. Like, he's just like such a nice guy. And like, he's the guy that you want to hook up with somebody, you know? Because I was like, so you're looking for a boyfriend? He's like, yeah, for 29 years. So anyway, that was that. And we just kind of sat there and talked, and it was really fun. You know, I asked, you know, Ryland about his Gucci fanny pack. They were just, you guys, they were so normal. It was like, it just, you know, it wasn't, I don't know what I expected, you know, when you meet somebody like that it's going to be some, you know, big deal or whatever. Like, it just was so normal. They were so humble. They were so nice. You know, I've had a couple people text me since they saw the picture come up, and they were like, is he the same in person as he is? Yeah, and like, we're literally walking away, and these 3 little boys, like, they were probably, I don't know, like 10 to 15, they were with their dad, and they saw Shane like through the window, and Shane like waved at him and told him to come inside, because they were like, oh my God, they were like going crazy. And so the dad came up to Shane and was like, is it okay if they take your picture? And he was like, yeah, totally, no problem, you know? And he was like really cool, and he was like talking to the dad, and like, and it was interesting because I said, can you go places, or like you noticed all the time? And he was like, no, I mean, it's not bad. You know, like, he totally played it off, and Ryland's like, yeah, he gets spotted everywhere we go. And I literally walked like from, and you can tell, this is the other thing too, Ryland and Garrett and Andrew are super protective of Shane. And like, they're all like, I don't know, it's just like when you see it, it's so different than when you see it on film or you see it on video. Like, it makes sense. Like, they are truly like 4 buddies. Like, it is the coolest thing. And Ryland and Shane as a couple that I always just kind of saw on camera, and I don't know that I really thought much more about it. It makes so much sense when you see it together. Like, it really, really makes sense, you guys. I joked with him. I said, okay, Shane, I have a video idea for you. I shouldn't say this in this video, but I'm going to. And he goes, okay, what is it? And I said, I think that you should propose to Ryland in front of the fountains at the Bellagio. And Shane goes, we've already seen the fountains at the Bellagio. And I go, you need to propose to your boyfriend, okay? Because I'm always trying to marry everybody up. So anyway, No, they were totally cool. They were totally humble. They were like anybody that you would meet on the street. They were awesome. And you know, like that's the thing. I don't know. Like I know that maybe other people have had different experiences with him. I can only speak for myself and my experience with him. I have nothing to gain by getting on here and bullshitting. You know, they just, all of them were very, very genuine. They were very interested in me, which was nice. You know, like it wasn't all just about, oh, let me tell you how great I am. It was nothing like that at all. I mean, they genuinely sat down there and asked me a lot of questions about myself. They were so attentive to my husband, you know, like they were just really cool. Andrew was like literally like this the whole time. Like, oh, so in this and this, like, and I think that was neat because you don't really see that much of him on camera. I don't know, they just, it made me, you know, like, there's been a lot of YouTubers in the past, not recently. I've made some really, really good friends as YouTubers. But there's been some people in the past that I've talked to, you know, that I'm kind of like, I don't know, like, the friendships don't work out, and then you're kind of like, well, is this how all YouTubers are? And I think by meeting Shane, it kind of renewed my faith that there are really, really good people out there, you know, that are on the YouTube platform, that it doesn't really affect them personally, if that makes sense. And he's on a huge level. Well, and I mean, of course we talked about Trisha Paytas too, because I love her so much. And she tweeted out and she was like, I can't, she said, oh my God, this is iconic. I was like, well, we talked about you the whole time. So, I mean, me meeting Shane was really great, but it was really just one step closer to meet Trisha, which is my long con. So, no, I'm joking. Anyway, yeah, it was so nice of them. They made my total day, week, anniversary boost. And they brought the fans, and I was showing them how to double flip fans and all of it, and it was fantastic. So, yeah, he's totally what you see on camera. He is so awesome. I loved meeting him. I had the greatest time ever. So, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.